think.
Alright, go ahead and enter.
So just before you bleed all over my courtroom,
Ooh.
apologize, Your Honor.
When you're done with your questions, can you respond to the fire?
May the defense please. Let me take a seat.
Stay in the front, buddy.
I'm on the wrong side again.
Come to my left.
Gentlemen, has the gate been closed?
Sir.
Okay, perfect. All rise for Your Honor, Mac McLean. It is now in session.
Hear ye. The state, the case of State of Pleasant Valley versus Paddy Luciano is now presiding.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, there we go, that's better. Alright, Mr. Newton, what are the charges?
The charges we're presenting is aiding and abetting with felony evading arrest, and possession of contraband.
Mr. Luciano, how do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Alright, let the record reflect the plea of not guilty.
Alright. Let me pull it up real quick. Alright, so one of my colleagues, Sergeant Bolt, had Mr. Luciano, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Your Honor. Luciano.
Had Mr. Luciano and his friend pulled over. Mr. Luciano was the passenger of the vehicle, and he had stepped out of the car. Sergeant Bolt had told him to get back in the car. He got back in, and the car ended up fleeting. After we caught Mr. Luciano and and the driver of the vehicle, they proceeded to process him, and he had 6 lockpicks on him, which is where the charge of contraband comes in. That's all, Your Honor.
Mr. Luciano, do you have any counsel in today's case? Have you hired a lawyer?
Yeah, I've got this lawyer, Mr. Pancho Crowder.
Honor, Panos Crowder, I will be representing Mr. Luciano here today.
Very well, Mr. Crowder, do you have an opening statement?
Your Honor, I believe my client here is not guilty of all the charges, and we would like fair judgment. That's all.
Okay, very well. Mr. Newton, do you have any witnesses you're going to be calling?
I do not have any witnesses, but I do have evidence, Your Honor.
Alright, let's take a look at that evidence. How this will work, since there are no witnesses, but there is evidence, is that the state will get a chance to comment only on what it can be seen or heard in the evidence. No speculation will be allowed, at which point the defense will give a chance to give their version of that evidence. The exact same evidence. We'll treat it as a cross-examination. You can make any commentary on what you see or hear, but no speculation will be allowed. So, Mr. Newton, which piece of evidence are we going to be looking at first?
I have 2 pieces of evidence.
So he didn't know the intentions that the driver had at this time. He was just the passenger and he was following his orders.
Alright. You redirect.
Say it again?
You redirect.
Does that mean I ask him questions, Your Honor?
Well, you had a direct examination, we had a cross-examination. Do you wish to have any redirect examination on the evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. So, as his lawyer, Mr. Crowder, you said?
Yes.
Alright. As he said, he was just following orders. That could be aiding, and that is why we're charging him with aiding and abetting and not felony evading. We're just charging him with aiding and abetting for felony evading arrest. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay. You recross, Mr. Crowder?
What was the statement of the driver of the vehicle when you caught him?
This is not a time to ask questions regarding to the prosecutor or to anything. this is a chance for you to offer any recross-examination of the evidence as you see it.
My client, as I stated, didn't know the intentions. He thought by going back in the car, everything will go by the process and the driver would follow the orders of the officer, but
Objection,
that
Your Honor.
didn't happen.
Okay, what's the objection?
He's contradicting himself.
So on what grounds are you objecting?
I don't know the proper term for it, Your Honor.
Alright, overruled. Continue, Mr. Crowder.
My client jumped back in the car and he followed the orders of the officer, but the driver decided not to, so my client really did. The hell? My client really didn't know that would have happened.
Mr. Newton, do you have any other evidence you're going to present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, what's that? The second video, I'm guessing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and proceed with your quote-unquote direct examination of this.
Does the defense...
Any redirect?
Alright, so... As Mr. Crowder has stated, the defense has a tow truck company, but he was operating or was inside of a white Ford.
We'll save these types of arguments for the closing. Let's try to stick it to the evidence that we see in the
Yes, sir.
video as of right now.
No further.
Alright, with that, we'll proceed with closing statements. Mr. Newton, as the state, you'll go first. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and deliver your closing argument.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Luciano had found with 6 lockpicks on him, as he was not in a tow truck, he was in a white Ford Raptor, as we see in the video. Therefore, that charge should be presented against him, as well as the aiding and abetting to felony evading arrest, because he was in the vehicle at the time of the pursuit was happening, Your Honor. That is all.
Mr. Crowder, your closing.
Can I
Believe
go
me
on?
and my client that this is an unfortunate event. The lockpicks were just found there because Mr. Luciano has a legit business, a tow truck company, which actually requires to have such lockpicks. And also my client didn't know the intentions of the driver of the white Raptor.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're just going to go back in session.
Immediately, Your Honor.
Yes, they did not include on their original paperwork that Mr. Luciano was going to call any witnesses. He now wishes to take the stand. We'll go ahead and break from protocol here and allow that to happen, since I don't think that there was a full understanding of the legal process.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll bring everyone back inside.
Holy shit.
Alright, everyone that wishes to be inside the courtroom during this proceeding, please enter.
Alright, court's going to be back in session. Alright, so, Mr. Luciano, Mr. Crowder, I don't think that there was a proper understanding of criminal court procedure, which, Mr. Crowder, you should know how this works, is that on the criminal trial paperwork, your witnesses need to be listed ahead of time. However, given the nature of this case, and given, I think, the overall lack of understanding of the criminal justice system here, I'm going to make an exception and allow you, Mr. Crowder, to call Mr. Luciano to the stand and ask any questions that he has. Just know that this will open him up to cross-examination as well.
Your Honor, I was just hired like 20 minutes ago, so I wasn't aware of any witnesses, but we will proceed.
Yes. So, Mr. Luciano, do you still wish to take the stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Bailiff, if you could go ahead and swear in the witness.
Mr. Luciano, please place your hand on the Bible. It's in my hand. Alright, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, your holy God.
Alright, so you just have to
fine.
say yes
That's
or no.
fine.
That's fine. You may step onto the witness stand on the opposite side of the judge, sir.
Oh, that's sad.
you very much.
Right, Mr. Crowder, go ahead and step into the middle section, and whenever you're ready, you may begin your direct examination.
So, is it true that you and your brother have a tow truck company?
Yeah, it's just small. It's nothing massive at the moment. It's just a small company, family run, and currently we've got 2 tow trucks in operation.
Oh, you're a fully legit business with employees, people with no criminal record to help others.
Well, we're in the process of getting the official documentation, but currently it's just me and my 4 brothers in operation, and we're going to be expanding sometime soon, hopefully.
So let's go back to the day that the incident occurred. What were you doing in the White Raptor?
In the White Raptor? Well, previous to that, we were just me and my.
Objection to what?
I believe the basis for my objection is a compound question.
What was the question?
He asked
The
what
question
were you
was, let's
doing in
go
the
back to the
White
day of the
Raptor.
Raptor.
Yeah.
What happened?
He asked what were you doing in the White Raptor, Your Honor?
How's that a compound question, Mr. Newton?
As it could be referring multiple things, Your Honor. It could be referring to his tow truck company, and it could be referring to the evading arrest, Your Honor.
Have a response, Mr. Crowder. I think the words you're looking for, Mr. Crowder, are you said let's go back to the day in question and ask about the White Raptor, which is a single question.
Yeah.
Therefore, it can't be compound, because a compound question is putting 2 questions together. That's a great response, Mr. Crowder, and for that reason, Mr. Newton, your objection is going to be overruled.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, continue on, Mr. Luciano.
Yep. So, yeah, previous.
We're gonna take a get here.
Alright, hold on.
Oh my god.
We had an incident happen.
Alright, I'd like all of those that are currently viewing the proceedings to step outside the courtroom. Let's clear the area. We have 2 bodies inside. Can the
Yeah,
defense
we're
prosecution
gonna take
stand
a
where you are?
recess here. Court's in recess.
What happened?
Then will you handle entrance and exit, please? Oh, yeah.
Free the Sullivan.
Alright, I'll inform EMS, Your Honor. Alright, Mr.
I
Crowder,
already
Mr.
called
Luciano, please
911.
step into this room with me.
Yeah.
So,
Erased.
ensure that you stay here.
He's okay. Just
You don't have to be in the cell, but just stay in this room for me, alright? Please do not leave
You're gonna be stuck.
much.
Free the Sullivan.
Yo,
hold his head.
what's up?
Yo. Got a whisper, yeah?
Yeah, I'm whispering. How you feeling so far?
Yeah, alright. Right.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're just gonna continue like that. Say everything we still did see it.
Yeah, let's get
You
in this
know
in
what
here.
happened and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah. Like, I'm not responsible for the driver's actions.
Yeah. Try to find any gaps in the police work. I mean,
2 inside the
don't
courthouse.
say anything much,
So,
like
yeah,
it took
I'll
them
take your image
15,
close
20
up.
minutes to process you. Just find something small, like, I don't know, anything that you can think of.
Yeah.
You guys passed out.
Maybe excessive use of violence, maybe they
No,
it's just in
sense
recess,
you
it's in
first
recess.
and not the driver, I don't know, find something.
Right
Tobias
behind you, over
should be
here,
behind you.
That's good. Just, Dallin, be very careful.
Yeah. It took like 40 minutes to
Let me-
process me door.
Let me move this man
I'm just
outside the
gonna say
courtroom.
they kept me for more than my time for what I never done wrong.
down.
I was just trying to explain to him
Whoa,
I'm not
guys.
responsible for his actions.
Can everyone, can we stop?
Okay, cool. Believe we're doing a good job.
Can we have everyone step outside while the court's in recess, please?
Court's in recess. Okay. How's it going? Lakeside Medical.
That includes you,
Please get
please.
off my floor.
Ashley. Sorry,
Hold on, let me close the door here.
Can you close the door? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Tobias?
Everyone good?
Top out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry, let's just see.
Who's on trial?
Alright, let's go ahead and
From what I
is
Luciano.
your
let
brother
everyone settle down
awake
and
right
back in
now?
and
Can
we'll
you
be going
come
again.
down here?
Who's on
Brilliant.
trial? Mr. Newton.
Right.
Patty
If you'd like
Luciano
to, if you'd like to view the court proceedings, you may step inside again. Court will
Cool,
resume
this
from
isn't a
recess.
wedding. Like, that's not how that works.
Mr.
Yeah,
Luciano.
it is. Come
Yo.
on. This is the cop side, and that's
So basically, yeah, I'm just going to tell him. that
Sir in the white
I
uniform,
was,
would you like to
I
step
was
inside?
Get
hanging
everyone
around
back
with my
in.
brother,
in.
but then he had to go to bed because he just finished on the night
defense?
shift.
Court's about to be in effect again. Will you please follow me?
Yeah, no problem. 1 second. Right, let's go.
They should make a turban helmet for you.
It actually doesn't. It actually increases my hit box. It hurts me.
Sir, do not touch my gavel again. You're going to be
Chicago.
found in contempt.
Hey, will everyone please settle down and find a seat? Mr. Carter.
Mr. Luciano, once the bailiff is back in here,
Just wait. There's a couple people.
I don't care about the people that are just outside. We've got everyone we need.
Much.
Luciano, you may retake the stand. I remind you, you're still under oath. Mr. Crowder, you can go ahead and re-ask your last question, and we'll pick up from there.
So what I was doing in the like crime thing.
Can you speak up? It's a little hard to hear you.
Yeah.
Well, prior to that, I was just taking over my brother because he'd been on a long night shift from the tow company, and one of my pals pulled over, Shane Gomez, and he was asking he was asking if I wanted a ride, and I was like, oh yeah, you can take me down to the garage and get my tow truck out, and because I'm just going to go on duty. And as we were driving down past near the fish, where you go and fish, down near the lakes, down there, an officer pulled us over, and then I jumped out to go and ask him what he was pulling us over for, and I kept walking, and he kept telling me to get back into the vehicle, so I was following his orders. I was just saying, well, why can't he just talk to me now? I'm outside the car. What's the difference within the car? And he was like, well, I want to talk to the driver. So I was like, okay then. So I hopped back into the vehicle, and then once I hopped back in, the driver just drove off. And then he was on a police chase, and then yeah,
Followed the orders of the police officers, right?
you are.
Followed all the orders given to you by the officers, right?
Yeah.
Did you talk to the driver? Did you say anything? Did he say anything?
Objection, Your Honor.
What grounds?
Compound question.
Staying, just ask one open-ended
Yeah,
question, Mr. Crowder.
Did the driver say anything once you stepped out?
No.
Can you repeat that, sir?
No, he never said anything.
You know why he ran away from the police?
No idea. No idea why he ran.
Did you had anything illegal on you at that time, and you had a reason to run?
No, I never had anything illegal on me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to go on to duty.
Pretty much you were going to your shift, and the driver decided to evade cops. Is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Grounds?
Leading question.
Stained.
So you had no reason to run from the police.
No. Karen,
Mr. Luciano. Yeah.
Mr.
Mr.
Carter.
Yes. Mr. Luciano, did you have any reason to run away from the police?
no reason.
Objection, Your Honor.
What grounds?
No.
I'm out.
Oh, that's not, no.
Yes, Your Honor.
Overruled. Witness may answer.
No reason.
That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Crowder. Mr. Newton, cross-examination.
Alright, Mr. Luciano. So, when you had gotten into the pursuit with Sergeant Bolt, you were the passenger of the vehicle, am I correct on that?
Yes, you are correct.
Alright. When you were in the vehicle, did you have the lockpicks on you?
Yes, correct.
And when Mr. Bolt, Sergeant Bolt, had gotten to the vehicle and he had been processing you, did you not have the lockpicks on you?
When I was at the vehicle?
Can you repeat, sir?
When I was at the vehicle, he said.
When he was processing you, did you or did you not have the lockpicks on you?
Yes, I had lockpicks on me.
Alright, that concludes, Your Honor.
Alright, Mr. Crowder, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Alright. Mr. Luciano, you may step down. Thank you very much. Mr. Crowder, do you have any other witnesses or evidence that you'd like to present?
No, Your Honor.
That being the case, the defense has rested its case in chief. The state already had theirs. We'll now proceed to closing statements again. State will go first. Mr. Newton.
As I said before, he had the lockpicks on him the whole time, and he was not in a tow truck. Therefore, the lockpicks were illegal. If Mr. Crowder or Mr. Luciano would like to argue the fact that he just got out of a tow truck, it is his responsibility to put the lockpicks away. And I hope that we can find the defendant guilty. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Crowder, closing argument.
My client didn't know the intentions of the driver, and also he, by his job, his job requires to have lockpicks, and he's not just a normal person stealing cars from others. He's actually helping those people get their cars back. That's all, Your Honor.
This court will take a brief 3 to 5 minute recess to deliberate. The defendant will be remanded to the private room during that time.
Maybe actually 3 to 5
recess.
minutes this time, not 3 to 5 seconds.
Will the defense please wait? I'll remind you to the private room until when everyone's left the courtroom. Right, so please follow me.
He does resign from SO.
Who did? Who did?
Mike Harrison.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Bro, the door's open, Jake. Grab your class too.
Your Honor, I have a quick question for you.
I don't understand why you haven't even asked me about the evading part.
Sorry, what?
Like, you haven't even asked me anything really about evading. It's all been about the illegal lockpicks.
Hey, sir. PRD.
It's like way.
No, you're
What do you mean?
Ah, shit.
Like, there's no way I can get done for evading. Or the lockpicks. Well, they can do me for the lockpicks probably, but there's no way they can do me for evading.
We're gonna see. We're
Your Honor.
gonna see.
We're gonna go ahead and reconvene.
That was quick.
Connor.
Will everyone please enter the courtroom?
Oh, not again.
Bong, bong, bong.
Will the defense please follow myself into the courtroom? Court will reconvene.
What?
Tyler's not even in his head right now, Jay.
Why can I not open this? There we go. Right, sir. Please step out the cell. Wait for me to close it. Right, follow me.
Ooh, Kyle. Get out. Sit next time, don't do it. I want to sit next to
I want the next Don Dula.
Looks like Don Dula's popular.
You're mine.
Objection.
Please take our seats.
Can I have some order in this courtroom, please?
Sorry, Mac. Love you. Mwah.
Love you, Mac.
Alright. This court has reconvened in the matter of State versus Luciano. Before I deliver a verdict and or issue a sentence, I need to remind all parties involved that this is not the time to file an appeal. This is not the time to argue any verdict or sentences that may be given out. You may do that on appeal, but this is not the time or place to do so. The count of aiding and abetting to felony evading arrest. It does not appear that in the evidence provided that Mr. Luciano tried to induce the driver of the vehicle, who was never identified in any of this evidence, to commit the crime of felony evading. Being a passenger in a vehicle that decides to evade from the police is not in and of itself a criminal act. So on the first count of aiding and abetting to felony evading arrest, Mr. Luciano will be found not guilty. The second count of possession of contraband. Mr. Luciano, while he may own a tow trucking company, was not in the process of operating a tow truck, and according to the criminal code definition of possession of contraband, which does say that the only exception is operating tow trucks, I will have to find the defendant guilty. The defendant is lucky that he was not charged with 6 counts possession of contraband for having 6 lockpicks, but only 1. Therefore, the defendant will be sentenced to serve 10 months in the Department of Corrections for the 1 count of possession of contraband. So ordered. Bailiff, take the defendant into custody. Everyone, please vacate my courtroom. Thank you.
Free Paddy, free
Alright, sir,
Paddy,
please
free
post
Paddy.
your hands on your back.
Officer,
Wow, you didn't even try to run.
Hi Tyler, you're back. Sweet Jake. How you doing?
Right, sir.
Back here, Tyler.
I will need to get paid.
We'll need to.
No, so
Payment, or you can
take
follow
it to
me.
the sheriff's office to do
You can
that,
follow
take
me.
it through the secure route.
Yeah, you can follow me.
I was uploading my evidence. I was like, I just wasted like 13 minutes just getting all the evidence ready. It's close straight away.
Oh, Dylan, can you please get that man with the pickaxe in order? I have the defendant in custody.
The narrative is when
Oh, he resigned from
the
the
witness...
Please, there's a guy with a pickaxe. Yeah, okay, just
get in,
make sure this one's not.
giving a extremely lengthy...
Oh my god.
Get in our
Hey,
car.
officer, oh my god.
We're going on a trip. Hold on.
We're gonna go deliver food to DOC.
Wait,
Oh, my bad, sorry.
yo, boys.
There's actually a woman in the car.
Check out, you can check that out. It's in my back pocket. Go ahead and grab it.
Alright. This not close.
Yo, so do I get some bond money back for you
Hold on. 1 second. You should be giving your bond back. Hold on 1 second. Tyler, could you do me a huge favor and process this guy?
I need to go, bud.
Oh, so do I. Okay, hold on. Alright, Mr. Luciano, give me a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand all my rights. Yeah. I've been in a jail before. I understand everything. I know what I'm
That's
entitled
fine.
to.
No,
blah,
that's
blah,
fine. I
blah.
just need to ensure to be in charge with one kind of contraband. One count of possession of contraband to be reprimanded for 10 months in prison. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick search on you, sir. Been searched beforehand. Let me just do a quick pat down again. You have 13 more lockpicks on you. Are you joking? Are you kidding me? It's just been you were going to court being in the possession of lockpicks, and now you're being charged with. I will be charging you with another 13 counts of contraband, sir. Jesus Christ. You please, sir.
looks like I'll have to plead guilty, isn't it? I'm not even going to try and fucking deny it.
Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing you into custody for 20 months in the Department of Corrections, alright? Follow me. Mac, are you on frequency? Just if you're with him, please advise him that the defendant will be charged with another count of contraband as I just searched him before being sent to prison. So when the paperwork is submitted, he will be charged with 2.
I was going to go in my torch as well.
Unfortunately, your defense is pretty incompetent, sir.
Yeah, I know he was shit. I'm glad I never paid him.
He was pretty horrendous. Like, I won't lie, I probably could have easily gotten you off there.
Mate, I would have got off better myself.
Yeah, you probably. It's likely you would have, sir. Unfortunately, you need to vet your lawyers very carefully.
I know, mate, I won't be getting employed again, but I never even paid the man, so he ain't gonna get fucked.
Oh, is that yours? Can I not open this gate? Be great.
I definitely would have got off myself, man, because I'd have just been like, look, I'm only new to the business, I don't even know these laws yet, we're still learning them.
Can you please step away from the vehicle in this gate or you will be held in obstruction of justice? Thank you very much.
Oh, look at all these out to jail. Oh, can I bring some rocks?
Just delivering food, don't mind us.
Sir, please step out the vehicle.
Simon.
Hey, Jay. You in here for?
Alright, we're here to deliver the prisoners donuts.
We're here delivering the prisoners donuts.
Okay. Why are these men in the main area of the DOC? What the fuck is going on here? They need to be in the secure area. Well, then get them out. Then arrest them. Yeah.
Can't get in the car.
Don't tase me.
Right, sir. I'm gonna be patting you down before you go, other than searching your body, and then I'll place you in prison. All right?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Right. Alright, there you go. So you sent to prison?
Come on, you've got a taser.
Okay, why are you still not in prison?
Just tase me.
Okay, let me just